All right, Sag. So the two cards you're pulling here are a little bit weird. I mean, basically, it's saying that there's some confusion surrounding love in your life, but we will get into this. So, from Lay Vampire, Sagittarius, this week you pulled Love Conquers All. Enduring loyalty, eternal love, and lasting commitment. And then from Chakra Wisdom, you pulled Confusion. Now, love conquers all. The blessing here says that love is a miraculous state. And some loves are so powerful that destinies are changed and lives are remade within the crucible of its fires. Working with this card talks about knowing that it is a powerful force and giving it a place of honor in your life, your home, your work. Love is all there is. And that it can be renewed, reignited, and enduring. But when you look at confusion, basically it's saying that some of you are confused when it comes to love in your life. Now, the inspiration here says, through the willingness to be in confusion, we find clarity. There is nothing to solve. Meditation, quiet time will bring clarity to you. The personal question says, how can I see confusion as a good thing? Can I learn to let go of needing an immediate outcome? The key ideas are allowing confusion, spiritual support, consequences of actions, and finding love. So for some of you, it could just simply be that there's some confusion on where you're directing love in your life. It could be not having clarity on an outcome regarding love, possibly relationships. All right, Sag, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. The Six of Cups. So nostalgia, the past, looking at the past. You know, for some of you, it could be something from the past coming back. It could be you being stuck in the past, but we shall see. You know, and then the big thing too with the Six of Cups, I've always said that when you're looking at the past, you have to be careful about what you're bringing back into the present moment, because that is what we create tomorrow. But for some reason, some of you are in a state of nostalgia. And in the past, the Eight of Cups. So now, you know, for me, that immediately stuck in the past, right? But now, for some of you, you could be looking at, you know, okay, this is what I did in the past. How do I move forward? Now, the Eight of Cups, needing to move on. Needing to move on from something that is emotionally dragging you down. You know that it's no longer serving you. It's no longer fulfilling you. And there's a need to move away from it. And in the present, the Nine of Wands. So, you know, for some of you, if you're looking at the past and you're looking at, you know, how much time you spent with something that didn't fulfill you, looking at the Nine of Wands in the present is basically saying that you still have some fight left in you. You know, the wounded warrior, right? You've been through some shit, but damn it, you're not giving up. Now, on the other hand, you want to be careful about, you know, being too on guard. You know, there is that part of it too where it can suggest paranoia, like, oh shit, what's going to happen next? But I think for a lot of you, it's just saying that, you know, you have that fight still in you to continue on. Oh, future conditions, the King of Cups. So now, possibly dealing with a person, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For some of you, this may just be you getting control over your emotions. And as far as the energy surrounding you, it looks really good. But when you're looking at the Six of Cups as, you know, the past and being focused on the past, and you see this movement away from something and then, you know, possibly being on guard, it could be because somebody from the past is coming back for some of you. Oh, your best path to follow, the devil. What's up, Sag? So needing to release yourself from something negative. And it could be, you know, releasing yourself from negative thoughts of the past. You know, I mean, if you're looking back and you're remembering that Eight of Cups, if somebody else is coming back through and you're like, I don't know about all that shit, right? Like, you're on guard here. It may be because it was a bad situation. You know, but the devil, you know, it can be a situation, it can be a relationship, it can be thoughts, bad habits, addictions, whatever it is, it's a bad thing and you have to release yourself from it. There's something that, you know, needs to be let go of, especially from the past, in order for you to move forward. And again, it may have to do with a person. But I think right now you're just like, you know, on guard. Oh, yeah. Yep, yep. What's up, Sag? The Two of Cups. Yeah, I need a drink. So for some of you, looking at it connected with the Eight of Cups, to me immediately says that you're moving away from emotionally draining situations involving a relationship. Looking at the Two of Cups, this being in your environment, for some of you, you may be really on guard when it comes to somebody that's like trying to come back through. And it may be because you dealt with quite a bit in the past. And this could be any relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but to me, it is signaling a relationship that, where there are two people so wrapped up in each other, right? And it's in your environment. And again, for some of you, it may be a relationship from the past trying to come back through. But I don't think you're having it. And it may be because there's something bad attached to it. Oh, your hopes and your fears. Now, looking at the Five of Pentacles, because we're not looking at, a job situation here, which is different for Sag, because usually my readings for you have been like real practical. Now we're looking at relationship stuff. Looking at the Five of Pentacles, it is the fear of rejection or being cast aside. And maybe that's what happened in the past that you don't want to have happen again. Especially if you have somebody coming back through here. You have to forgive me, Sag, my voice is like failing me again. But, I mean, it's going to be up to you. It's going to be up to you. And I'm waiting to see what the outcome is here with this King of Cups. But seeing the Devil next to this person, seeing the Eight of Cups above it, and then, seeing the Five of Pentacles, to me, it almost feels like, this relationship just was not fulfilling enough. And they may have taken a lot more from you than what you, were willing to give. That, or you invested way too much and you didn't get shit in return. But again, looking at the Five of Pentacles, it's rejection. It is the fear of rejection. Oh, and then the outcome. What's up? What is up, Sag? So yes, confusion surrounding love. Oh my goodness. The Ten of Cups. Looking at the Ten of Cups coming out, emotionally, you're going to be okay. I mean, you did the right thing by moving away from what is dragging you down, even if it was connected with the past. You're walking away from it now. You're looking at emotional fulfillment, but it's connected. It's connected to a relationship, possibly with somebody from the past coming through. Geez, Sag. This to me says that there is a lot of difficulty with this relationship. But you're looking at the potential here to have a lot of happiness. And, it could just be that this person like brings a lot of happiness to you, And then on the other hand, this may be a person that you may have known in the past, but may have nothing to do with what you've been through before either, for that matter, with him being in future conditions. You just may be on guard because you've dealt with some shit in relationships. I mean, that just depends on what the situation is, but a person from the past bringing a lot of happiness and emotional fulfillment coming through. But there is a fear of rejection. And it may be because of what you've been through in the past, or it may be because of what you've been through in the past involving this person. Yes, putting love first in your life, right? But you're needing truthful communication. Especially if somebody from the past is coming through that's caused you some hurt before that you've had to walk away from. Because otherwise you wouldn't be so on guard. If they're coming through, the truth needs to be communicated, but you need to be open here with live from your heart. Because the possibility for happiness is there. It's there. And it looks good. It's just there's a fear of rejection here. Oh, let your friends help you ask for and accept support from others. So your friends may be helping you with dealing with a person from the past, or, for those of you who choose not to take this route here, if you do have somebody coming through, then maybe your friends are going to help support you with whatever decision you make in terms of your love life. But, then again, your friends may be the catalyst for you meeting somebody, either somebody new or somebody from the past that's coming through. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, definitely if you're in a relationship and you've had some issues, there's some things that need to be let go of from the past if you're in an existing relationship, right? Because there's happiness there and you're going to have to make the effort. Now, for some of you, this may have to do with this relationship from the past being returned. It's possible. Okay, Sag, so there is something from the past that's being brought back up for you. And it may have to do with a relationship. But I think whatever happened in the past has got you on guard because you went through a situation that was not emotionally fulfilling for you and you had to walk away from it. So now there's this kind of iffy feeling around a possible relationship that may be coming through here. Now, this could be somebody from the past that's coming through. And this could be somebody from the past that has nothing to do with what you've been through before, but is paying the price for it. Or this is the person involved with what happened in the past. The kicker to all of this is that you've got the King of Cups connected with the Ten of Cups. There's a lot of happiness with this person. Now, this could be somebody totally new, but the past may be blocking you from having a relationship. And that is where the Devil is coming in. There are things that you're going to have to release yourself from, especially things having to do with the past that may be affecting your ability to move forward within a relationship because you're still holding on to a fear of rejection. And this may have been something that you've been through before that needs to be released. Now, for a lot of you, before you can even think about doing anything in a relationship, there needs to be truthful communication before you can decide to live from your heart. You need truth and clarity. Truthful communication needs to happen. Confusion in love, and that's what you need is truthful communication. That will help clear up whatever confusion you're having surrounding the way that you feel about possibly a new relationship or possibly going back to an old one. And dealing with something from the past that you may not want to have brought back up again. But again, the Devil is saying you're going to have to release yourself from it. Now, for those of you who are single, let your friends help. Your friends may be the catalyst for something happening here involving a person that may be bringing a lot of happiness with him. He looks good with the Ten of Cups. He really does. I just think that for a lot of you, you've been through enough emotionally draining relationships that it has put you on guard and there is a block there. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, you're going to have to make the effort here to make things work and release the past. Whatever happened, I think that this person is wanting to bring you some happiness.